When we built the geothermal plants, the public access was from the east side of the mountain range they were built on, but the suppliers and everybody that worked at the power plant lived on the west side. And so it was kind of arduous to go around and get to the east side of the mountains and then come back up the mountains on the public roads. Now PG&E was faced with the same problem on their geothermal field and geothermal power plants. So they took some existing roads and upgraded them, and then they sold permits to their suppliers and subcontractors so they could use that road to get up there. So it was a controlled access road. You had to have a permit and you had to pay PG&E a fee, annual permit fee per vehicle, and also you had to sign, of course, a liability waiver agreement. So when I contacted the appropriate person at PG&E to get access for our staff to use that road to get up there, they didn't jump at the opportunity. And they finally named some prices for that were many times what everybody else was paying for the permits to use that road, which was ridiculous. There's no way I was ever going to agree to pay a penny more. But I didn't have any luck in getting them to move off of that absurd position. So finally, one day on the phone with the gentleman, I just had it. I lost my temper, and I took use of one of the arguable powers that joint action agencies may or may not have, which is the power of eminent domain, the power of condemnation. And I yelled at them that unless we were willing to pay what everybody else paid, not a penny more, and if you didn't like that, we'd condemn the whole blankety blank road. They'd be paying us fees to use it. So 2 days later, he was down in my office as my new best friend. We signed the agreements, paid the same everybody else was paying.
I think NCPA, by my memory at least, pioneered the idea of re-injecting massive amounts of water into the steam fields to regenerate the steam and build the pressure back up. That proved over the years to be an excellent practice and held down the decreases